What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games and the Hunter Call of the Wild. Today, I just kind of want to take it easy. I didn't really feel much like I'm a great one grinding, but I did feel like coming out here to Scotland and trying to see if we can find a Haggis. I think we're going to focus on this side of the map today, because I've hunted a lot on the left-hand side of the map. But I think today what we're going to do is actually start over here and then just run the mountain ranges and just see if we can't come across them. I actually think what I'm going to actually do is come over here and then run around this area, because I haven't really hunted this area much. So let's go over there and get started on that side. Hope everybody is doing well today. We were going to play Call of the Wild, the Angler, today, but whenever I got on there, I realized that whenever the game stopped being supported, I actually ended up deleting all of my progress. So I didn't feel like starting that game from scratch. That's the reason why we didn't play that one. So I thought, okay, well, let's play some Fishing Planet. And I went on there, and the weather is absolutely horrid on there today. So as far as like the lakes that I could fish on. So I figured let's just go back to Call of the Wild, because I was kind of in the mood to check my map for some haggis. So that's what we're doing. I don't think you guys would mind anyways. Let's see. I need to actually head this direction. What's up, Raven? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I just simply changed my mind. I don't know if you heard that huge speech that I just gave to the ghosts out there, but I was going to play the Angler, and I deleted all my progress. Didn't feel like starting from scratch, and then I went to play Fishing Planet, and the world on there is just the weather is bad today on Fishing Planet. So I was just like, let's just go play more Call of the Wild. I didn't feel like grinding today, but I do kind of feel like just relaxing and just seeing what I can find out here. And I'm not just going to, I mean, like, I'm going to try to stay at least somewhat quiet, but if I see trophies today that I think I want to shoot, I'm going to shoot them. Instead of just running and looking. You found a legendary coyote? Nice, man, nice. Legendary coyotes are kind of rare. So hope you find them. Yeah, man, like I said, I'm pretty sure that my haggis is bugged on my map. Because I have not found him, and I've been all over this thing. And, I mean, like I said, it's like a needle in a haystack. You have to be in the area the haggis is in at the exact same time as he's supposed to be in that area. So, it is tough. But, like I said, I really do want at least one. I know that the taxidermy of them are lame. And I'm not really looking forward to taxing the animal just because it's a plate of food. But just the fact that it's a cryptid and it's so rare is the reason why I want one. And like I said, I don't care if I lose diamonds of them or whatever in the future. If other people find haggises on my map, they're more than welcome to shoot them. I just kind of want one just for myself. Just so that way I know that I put the work in and actually was able to get it. Raven, what do you think? I decided that I'm going to hunt the part of the map that I've just not hunted as much. As you can see, the zones, there's still plenty of zones here, but it's more sparse. Do you think that I should go across and up? Or do you think that I should just keep heading left and just hug the coastline all the way to the end? Like, what do you think I should do today looking for the haggis? Do you think I should go straight, I should stay in the mountain ranges and go up and around and then back down? What are you thinking? Because I'm really not sure what path I want to take. I know that I'm going to hunt the afternoon hours, and then I'll reset time to the morning, and then hunt some more in the morning. What's up, Wolf? Welcome to the stream, man. Let's hunting this haggis again, see if we can't find him. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to set a waypoint Let's just go all the way across. So let me set a waypoint this way. We'll run up this way, and then we'll go run up and around, is what we'll probably do today. I'm going to try to stay counterclockwise if I can. I really do wish that, like, I understand that it would be kind of like going against what the game is intending for these guys. But if you did have a Haggis on your map, I kind of wish that your map would like give you a radius as to where the Haggis should currently be at. Like it doesn't like pinpoint it, like exactly tell you exactly where the Haggis is, but it gives you like a giant circle on the map of where the game at least tells you the area of the map that he's currently in. So that way you'd be able to find him. And and honestly, I really wouldn't mind if if it worked that way even for single spawns. Because there's a lot of people that just put a lot of time into these things, and it would be nice if the game would just give you a radial circle after so many hours of hunting for it. Where you'd still have to find it, but it would at least give you a giant circle on your map as to where he's currently at. I think that'd be at least better for the Haggis hunt. Thank you, Wolf Boss. I appreciate it, man. You're having a wild storm. The wind is crazy. Yeah, we had a really bad storm yesterday, which it actually didn't hit us. It actually missed us. But in our sister city, which I'm not going to list it, but in our sister city, the one that's like connected to us, they had terrible up there. Oh, level 3. Hang on. Level 3. Let's go. Where'd you come from? I think this is that Capercaillie that's in this area because I knew that I had a level 3 in here somewhere. That makes 5 level 3 4 diamonds and 5 level 3s that I've found since the launch of the map. Bunch of caps. I ain't gonna tax this one because I've got plenty of them. That's a nice diamond to start the day with. Yeah, that is a W. That's definitely a W, Raven. I'll take that. Honestly, I got worried there for a minute because I forgot to set my zeroing. And, yeah, I was setting my zeroing, and I thought it was going to fly away before I got a shot off at it, but apparently I was able to get it, thankfully. Oh yeah, the storm. So it actually missed, it actually hit our connecting city to us. It was so bad up there that the wind was so strong and the rain was so heavy that most people couldn't see about 5 feet in front of them. And I'm not exaggerating. It was literally 5 foot in front of you is about as far as you could see because the mist was so heavy. And then when it got down to us, it was over. Like, we had the winds, but they weren't really strong. They were just bad, but they weren't real strong. And, and then as soon as the wind stopped, we started getting some rain, and that's pretty much all we got. We didn't get maybe a couple of thunder cracks, and, just had rain all night and all evening. So we didn't even get the storm, thankfully. What's up, Elephant? Your whitetail grind is crazy. What's been going on with it, man? Doing good, Elephant. Doing good, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, guys, I just didn't really feel like great one grinding today, but I did have the feeling about coming out here on Scotland and just giving the Haggis another try. I haven't been after the Haggis now in so many weeks. So it feels kind of nice to get back out on Scotland. Though it doesn't feel new or anything. You know, sometimes you leave something and come back to it after a while and it feels really fresh. It's not feeling fresh to me, but at least I'm not feeling burnt out. Like I said, I put a lot of hours into this map hunting for my one and only Haggis, but sadly I just have been able to find him. So I don't know if he's bugged on my map like some people think they are or what's going on, but I've been here a lot. What's that? Another Capercaillie. Yep, no haggity hag for me. Just yet, at least. Alright, we've reached this part, so let's head it this way, and then once we get to this point, I'm going to jump across and then come back down. No wonder you ain't seeing any coyotes. Dude, there was one time, I don't remember what species it was, but it was a long time ago, that I literally spent 3 hours on here just trying to find one of them. I think it was, shoot, I can't remember. There's a map on the game where there's like only a certain area of the map you can find a certain species of an animal, but I couldn't tell you what it was. It's been so long ago, and I didn't know about it. And I spent 3 hours straight looking for them, and was all over the map except that one spot. And I ended up having to look up a guide, and I realized that, and for 3 hours straight, I was hunting the areas that those animals weren't even at. And yeah, that was rough. So I've been there. You're 2160 kills in, 121 diamonds, 37 trolls, 3 rares, and 2 super rares. Dang, man. You're up there in numbers, buddy. I hope that you get him soon, and that's some really good stats, too, for your grind. Let's go. Yeah, we'll return to the Great One grinds tomorrow, guys. Just letting you all know that. Today I just kind of felt like free roaming. But yeah, tomorrow we will return to the Great One grinds. I think I'll put a poll out for you guys tonight. By the way, I'm gonna put a poll out for you all so you guys can decide on which species we're hunting. Tomorrow we have 4 hours, so I'm gonna put a poll out to you guys, and that's 2 hours on mule deer, 2 hours on wolf, or it can be, or we can possibly try to get an hour and a half on all of them. I don't know if that would work for 4 hours or not though. I think that might be 6 hours actually, because we have 3 Great One grinds going on right now. I'm really not sure how that would work. If we had 4 Great One grinds, I'd just say an hour on all 4, but honestly, an hour really isn't much time to do anything on there. We really need about 2 hours per grind a day if you're gonna be hunting different animals, because it can take about an hour just to do one full complete run, especially if you have the track animals. Oh gosh, if he trolls, you're gonna cry. That's rough. I hope he doesn't troll, man. I hope he doesn't troll. Raven, do you want me to call you by your name that's on Discord? I know you have an AKA name on Discord. I have memorized it, so if you want me to call you by that name, I will. Or if you'd just rather me call you Raven, I can. Because like I said, if I ever learn people's other names, I'll let them know that I've memorized it, and if they'd rather me try to call them by the real name, I will. But yeah, I've seen you enough on Discord now to remember your actual name. So do you want me to call you by that name, or do you just want me to stick to Raven? Dude, why can't one of these running calls be the Haggis? It's one of the reasons why I sprint so much. In case you guys are wondering why I'm not like stealthy on this map or anything, it's because the Haggis is a needle in a haystack, so I'm not really concerned about being stealthy. For me, I'm just hoping that if I do jump the Haggis, it's going to just run out in front of me, or I'll end up getting the call from it saying that it's spooked. And also don't use dogs for one reason and one reason alone, because you can't make it hunt particular classes. If I could literally make my pointer hunt for class 2 animals only, that would be such a big help. And I honestly wish that they would do that as a quality of life thing in the game, where if you're using a pointer dog, you can literally set the exact class of animal you want it to track, instead of having to be like a broad category. Because it is annoying whenever you're wanting to hunt for a particular species, but the game is causing the dog to hunt to literally track down like 4 different types of species at once, and it's very annoying. Alright, Raven, sounds good. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I was keeping you happy on the channel, so that's fine. Let me climb up here, see if maybe it's up above this knoll? Is that what you call it? Knob? There we go, knob. That's what I was looking for. Let me see if it's up on top of this knob. I can't see over top of this thing. We're also going to go to some of the lookout points today and use the perk on the lookout points, but I'm just going to hunt the way that I normally do, which is just run around for 30 minutes, just hunting whatever I find, and then I'll just go to an outpost. I know you can do the main menu thing, but where you have to restart the game, but obviously I'm live streaming. If I close the game down, the stream would stop, so I really don't have an option when I'm streaming on here. How did you get that nickname, Raven? Is there like an interesting story behind it, or no, not really? I know some people, their family just like starts calling them a name, and it just kind of sticks, and it's not really an interesting story. But some people have some really cool stories behind their nicknames. I can't tell you which name it is, but my papaw he always calls me the name of a famous trapper and hunter, because of the fact that I've been hunting since I was like really little, and and my first name kind of also compliments him. So he's been calling me that for years. Not that that's an interesting story or anything, but nice to just make conversation. Oh, I got you. I got you. Your love of birds and also the colors that you like wearing. Yeah, that makes sense. I never really got like a nickname. Um, 118, 5 medium. Alright. Not seeing anything. I lost track of what I was talking about, so we're just gonna move on from that topic. I can't remember what I was saying. Sorry, guys. I got distracted looking at these black grouse and stuff. Haggity Hag, where are you? Have I not hunted for you enough? Why don't you love me? If you show up, I'll be your best friend. I promise. I'll put you on my wall and you'll be my favorite trophy in the free roam lodge. For a while. Also, guys, I want to let you all know that our next a multiplayer stream at the end of this month, I am planning on doing something kind of sort of special, but I will let you guys vote on it because I want to know if you guys think it's a good idea or not. Um, but I am thinking that at the end of this month, instead of doing our average multiplayer stream where we just let everybody into the stream, I was thinking about just doing it with subscribers and bringing you guys on to Scotland and letting you guys letting about 5 other players help search for my haggis. Again, it would be subscribers only, and you guys would have to swear that you're not going to take super rares with a haggis if you see it. But yeah, guys, if you guys are more than willing to like just free hunt, like I said, I would appreciate it if we tried not to shoot very much, just so in this case this haggis is around the next corner. But if you guys want to hunt, obviously I want you guys to have fun, so I don't mind if you guys kill stuff along the way. Like I said, it'd just be easier to have extra eyes on my map. So if you guys think that would be a good idea, you can let me know in the chat if you want. Again, we will do a poll on that towards the end of the month, so that way you guys can decide if you want just the generic multiplayer stream where we just go across different maps, or if you guys want to make the entire stream just being on Scotland with you guys and looking for the haggis. Because like I said, I'm one and done with that thing. I haven't shot something in a while. But I am one and done with that thing. As soon as I get my first haggis, I am not going to be going after others, and I will not care to lose any other ones. But I just want at least one. So if you guys think that's a good idea, then that's what we'll do. But again, I'll put a poll out towards the end of the month. You can't up with your YouTube name? What do you mean by up? I don't know what that means. You said I can't up with my YouTube name myself. Is it put up? Are you meaning to say like you can't put up with your YouTube name? Dude, I can't find anything worth a size around here. Oh, they're all babies. You're not a baby, but you're running away. Guys, I do hunt. If you guys can't tell, I do hunt. I'm a Scotland kind of sort of herd managed. So I don't normally shoot things unless they're like level 4s or above for Versika and stuff like that. But until of course I end up finding the Haggis. It's just I'm too afraid to shoot. I know I said I was going to shoot stuff today, which I will if I find anything that I like that diamond. Capercaillie obviously ate some beads today, but I'm probably not going to shoot very much just simply because I am, like I said, I'm just too paranoid about losing my chances at finding the Haggis because it could just be around the next corner, and I wouldn't have known about it, and then I screw it up. So. Oh, got you, Raven. Yeah, my name came from my love for trains as a kid. Obviously, whenever the Thomas game launches next week, I am going to be taking a nostalgia trip with that, and I'll be streaming it whenever it launches. If you guys want to watch it, great. But if you don't want to watch it, I totally understand. Like I said, I'll be doing the storyliners. That's on because there's several different like story scenarios in the game, and I'm going to be wanting to play through those. Also, it'd be just really cool to see at the island of Sodor like completely recreated. And you can drive the trains around the island and see like I said, it's mostly going to be a nostalgia trip for me. But if you guys want to come and hang out with me, even if you're not interested in the game, I really would appreciate it. Even if you guys just wanted to hang out and just chat, it does not have to be related to the game itself. You can talk to me about Call of the Wild stuff or whatever. Like I said, I'm just doing it for the fun of revisiting my childhood memories. So I will be playing that game and streaming it one day next week. And if you guys enjoy it enough, I will stream it more. But if not, then I'll just do it once. I might do a small playthrough for the game too after the stream. If you guys aren't interested in me streaming it, I might add it to the channel as just the scenarios. I'm actually looking forward to pulling the express across the island myself as Gordon. He was always my favorite train was Gordon, and it'd be really cool to see what his main line looks like in the game. You're about to hit $1 million in game? Let's go, man. Like I said, guys, if you want to be a millionaire on this game, the easiest way to do it is just bulk buy your ammunition and only buy other stuff when necessary. And then also buying DLC weapons will be a very big help to you on making millions on the game, because they're obviously the best weapons for the game. And like if you buy the 308s and the 375, if you're a free roamer, that's really all you need. Or the 7mm is really good too. Or if you just buy the ARs, the 308 and the 300 AR, I mean, then you'll have everything for grinding as well as free roaming. And at that point, all you gotta do is just buy ammunition. You know what I'm saying? If you're at 0, save up make sure your shots count. Try to buy ammunition up to 50 bullets. Once you get 50, then try to make your shots count. Then once you have enough to get to 100 bullets, get to 100, and just keep stacking up your ammo until you can get to 1,000 bullets. Once you're at 1,000 bullets, at that point you have nothing to spend money on other than equipment. So, and eventually you're going to end up getting both scopes. You're going to end up getting whatever rifle and the ammunition you need, and then you have nothing else to spend money on besides tents. So, and then once you got all your tents that you need, I mean, there you go. You have nothing else to spend money on. All you're going to do is save at that point. Like at this point, the only thing I ever spend money on in the game anymore is ammunition, because I have all the weapons and all the stuff I need for the game. So, like I said, that is the easiest way to make money, guys. Just go to the money maps, shoot the animals that are $1,000 a pop. Set up a great one grind if you want to make even more money, because that is the fastest way to make money in the game. Period, in my opinion. He spooked, but he found his zone. Is it an easy zone, Raven, or is it a hard one? I've found animals before, and they're like in the thickest crap I could imagine, and I couldn't hunt them. Is he pretty out in the open, or is he in a bad spot? What's up, Ostrich? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to see you can make it today. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We're just after this Haggis again. I have no idea where he could be, but I'm hunting the areas that I don't hunt as frequently for him today. So, like I said, I've hunted all the areas frequently, but this is just like my lesser so. Yeah, I figured we just get out here today, see what kind of trophies we can find. We've only shot one animal so far. It was a diamond, a capercaillie that just showed up at the very beginning of the stream. So we have got a diamond today, but I did not tax them because I have plenty of capercaillies. Um, but like I said, anything that warrants a bullet, I'll definitely be shooting it today. Again, I do have this map. I'm pretty well managed, even though I'm not grinding on it. So I'm not going to be shooting too many animals. But you never know what we could run into out here. He really does, Ostrich. I actually did the math for it the other day, and I have spent anywhere between 55 and 65 to 70 hours on this map. I really don't know where I'm at exactly because, like I said, I didn't really do the math or keep up with it. But whenever I went back and looked at how many hours I've spent in the game, I tried my best to mathematically like put my streams together as to which ones I was doing great one grinds on compared to the Haggis. And yeah, I know for a fact that I was at 30 at one point, but I've clearly put at least 20 to 30 more on there. So I'm somewhere between 50 and 70 hours on this map. And if you guys don't believe me, which I'm sure you do, but if you guys don't believe me, my map lags, as you guys could see. It took it forever to pull up, and I have zones everywhere. I mean, I have literally hunted for this little guy for so hard and for so long, and I've not even found him. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure he's bugged for older accounts because a lot of people are believing that. But I'm still holding out hope that he's not, and I'm just kind of hunting him every so often now. So I'm not like an avid haggis hunter like I was, where I'm hunting every single day for him. So for me, it's just like every other day now, and only for a couple of hours at a time usually. But yeah, I'm trying not to lose hope with my haggis, but it's getting tough. It is getting pretty tough. What's up, Zero? You have to get a diamond off Scotland on your main account. I hear that, man. Yeah, I've been lucky with capercaillies. I've had 6 that showed up level 3s, and 5 of them made diamonds. We had another one today that actually made diamonds, so I guess 7 now. And then unless I'm miscounting, and I've also got a diamond red deer. I've got 3 diamond Sika deer, I believe, off this map, off initial spawns, and I've got a diamond red grouse, a rare red grouse, 2 diamond black grouses, and I can't think of all the rest of my trophies. But yeah, Scotland has been extremely nice to me since launch. Like, it's been very, very good map to me, especially for initial spawns. What was that? Oh, it's just a deer. Bleh. You ain't got no patience for that. I hear that, Ostrich. Like I said, it isn't really a patience thing. I mean, like, I do hunt animals. You guys will not believe me because obviously I'm just running and looking and running and looking without shooting anything. But the only reason I'm not shooting stuff is because of the fact that there's been several people who was just free roaming and hunting and shot and then saw their haggis run away. And then it took them even more hours to find the haggis again because they're not always in the same zones. So a lot of people say that if you're actually hunting for the haggis itself on this map, they said the best thing to do is keep your powder dry and only shoot animals that really warrant a bullet because because they don't give warning calls until you're like right up on them. But if you do get their fleeing call, they run really slow. So you can literally just run up to them and literally like chase them until they stop running from you, is what a lot of people say. So that's kind of my reason as to why I don't really like shoot too much whenever I'm hunting the haggis, is because I'm paranoid about spooking it away. Because, I mean, he could have been down here in these bushes, and I look up here and shoot a red deer, and next thing you know, he takes off, and I didn't even notice. So, yeah, that's kind of my reasoning as to why I don't shoot for the haggis. You paused when I found a max weight track of a capercaillie. Gonna go track him down when I get home. I hear that, man. Wish you best of luck with it. Like I said, we had a random level 3 that just flew in front of us at the start of the stream. Like, I didn't even know he was around. I didn't find a track or nothing. We were just running like we're doing now, and he literally just landed in front of me. And I spotted him, and he was level 3, and I was able to get him. I still think that he was at level 3 that I spotted before, though. Because I knew that I had a level 3, like, down in this area. And now we've kind of strayed a little bit. I'm a little bit too far away from where I was meaning to go. But that happens on Scotland all the time. You think you're following a ridge line, and it turns out that you're actually running, like, up the map instead of across like you meant to do. I think what we're going to do, though, is we're going to run up here to this lookout point, I mean. And I think we'll use the perk on it and just see if we happen to find a zone for a haggis. It's kind of how I like the haggis hunt. I don't normally like to restart my game over and over and over and over and over again just to get the cooldown back because I don't think it's good for my disc for one. Because I've had this disc since 2017. Well, I guess I couldn't say that. I actually sold Call of the Wild at one point. It wasn't that I didn't like it, but in 2018, after I played the game for a couple of years, I just wasn't playing it very much, and I wanted a different game, so I sold it in order to get the money for a new one. And then they announced Great Ones. So, like, literally right at the point I sold Call of the Wild, they announced that they were adding Great Ones to the game. And that's whenever I learned about it from Scarecrow and all them in 2019 or something like that. I know I was telling you guys 2021, but I actually did learn about the Great Ones back then. I just didn't really hunt for them very much. So I bought the game back in 2019 and started hunting again. Totally forgot about the Great Ones. I just bought the game back because I was wanting to play it again. And in 2020 is whenever I finally found Scarecrow and Flinter's channel, and they reminded me that they had Great Ones. So, and I'm sorry my story is kind of overlapping itself, but like I said, that was years ago, and as I'm talking about it, it's coming back to me. Ostrich is extremely rare. The haggis is a needle in a haystack, and they have said that as long as you have completed the missions and have hunted for hours on this particular map, that the haggis will be on your map. However, the map is huge. They can spawn anywhere that's above the rivers, and they're usually around the mountainsides. But the crazy thing is that they only feed in a certain zone for 2 hours at a time, and then they move. And a lot of people, and the people who have found the haggis have said that some of them actually move quite a distance before they'll start feeding again. So they'll like be in one part of the map feeding for 2 hours, and then they'll walk all the way to like what could be 100 to 200 yards away. Sometimes people have even said that some feed zones are about 400 to 500 away from the others. And they will literally just walk all around your map all throughout the day, feeding and running. So you literally have to run into the haggis. Like that's how you have to hunt them. You just have to hunt the areas where people have found them before, which is what I'm currently doing. And you just have to hope that he's in that zone at the exact same moment you run by, because they're only going to be there for 2 hours at a time. So you literally have to come across the haggis while it's there feeding. And yeah, it can be very, very tough. I'm going to activate this perk real quick, and I'm going to see if I can at least find it. However, if you're hunting for the haggis, get the perk like I just got. If you're level 60, you can get it. If you're not level 60, then don't worry about it, just hunt. But if you can get the one that is in the ambusher tree, and it's called a Keen Eye, if you're able to unlock that one, you can actually run up to these zones and use it. Some of the haggises have been found right next to lookout points. And the game will allow you to find the haggis zone by using this method. They only feed, though, so you need feed zones. And if you roll the dice, as I call it, like I just did, and all you get is rest zones and stuff, and then it's a dud. And it will not help you if you don't get feed zones. Right there, the game wanted to be a little bit stingy with me. It can give you anywhere between 3 to 5 zones, but the 5 zone roll is extremely rare, from what I've seen. Well, not extremely rare, but it doesn't happen all the time. And yeah, I've only got one new zone now, and I don't know which one it is. So I'm gonna have to hover over all these and see if I see one that says unknown. They haven't like disclosed exactly what it says, but it's like undiscovered, unknown zone or something like that. And that's a guarantee for your haggis. So I'm going to look around this for a second here and just see if we happen to have one within a 500-yard radius of us. But I don't think that we got him. Nope. Dud roll this time for the haggis, but it happens. Perks, rifles. Turn my zero back on. Alrighty. Dud roll, but what can you do? This coyote's being difficult. Oh gosh, all of us have had that happen, Raven. All of us have found a diamond or something that we really want, and then it takes forever for everything to finally roll in your favor. You end up constantly spooking the animal, and it just does not want to cooperate, or something always ends up happening. What's up, Micah? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, we're having a pretty good day, man. We're just hanging out, chilling, talking. I'm looking for the haggis, man. Seeing if we can't find him. It's been a few weeks. I figured we'd get back at it today. Just kind of randomly run hills. I don't really have a plan. I'm just kind of holding up on the stick and just letting, just running wherever we can run. Checking everywhere we can check. Check down there in those bushes. These bushes. Les bush. Are you in les bush? Nope, you're not in les bush. Okay, let's leave. I think what I'm going to do from here, just because I really don't know where to go. Let me see. You know what? Let's actually turn around and just keep running these hills, because like I said, this is my less frequently checked zones. Again, I have checked them to death, but not as heavy as the other places on the map. You're on your PlayStation? Raven, I didn't even know you had a PlayStation. I thought you were Xbox. Why haven't you joined us on the multiplayer streams, you traitor? I'm kidding, by the way. Just giving you a hard time. It would be fun to have you in the streams, though, with us. If you ever get PlayStation Plus, and you want to join us for the multiplayer streams at the end of the month. You have both, you just don't have multiplayer. Yeah, I hear that. We'll get multiplayer, man. Excuse me. Get multiplayer so you can play with us. I mean, you only got to pay it once a month. I'm just kidding, Raven. Do what you want. I'm just poking fun at you. I mean, look at the bright side, Raven. At least you're having a better luck with your coyote than I am with the haggis. I mean, at least you've spotted it and know where its feed zone is. I have not done either one for the haggis, and I've put 60 plus hours on the map. So yeah, at least you can feel good about that, at least, right? Oh, nice, ostrich. Yeah, I used to be one of the best, the neatest cursive handwriter in my class whenever I was in elementary. I learned it really fast, and over time I have forgotten how to write certain letters. Like, I can still write cursive, but it's only like the letters that I use the most. Like, I can't remember how to write a Z. I can't remember I can't remember. There's just certain letters that I would not remember what they look like. But I can still write them if I saw them again. Yeah, cursive I thought was really fun as a kid, but I could never write it fast. Back then, people thought it was due to my ADHD, from where I don't have the focus levels to be able to write cursive really quick. I did have very neat handwriting, like it was extremely legible, and my teachers were very impressed by how well I could write it. But it was very slow. I was always the last one in class to get done with the assignments because I could do it, but it would be extremely neat, but it would take me forever. I did get faster at it in time, especially for college. But it got a lot. It was not neat after that. College, you really have to write fast, so trying to learn cursive to write faster in college, it just turned it all into chicken scratch for me. Alright, I think I've reached the end of this mountain range. Yeah, I did. So, where do I want to go now? Let's fast travel up here and see what these mountains have to have for us today. Sounds good, Raven. Yeah, Raven, that's the best way to do it. If you're on PlayStation quite a bit, and you're wanting to do multiplayer stuff, I mean, just do the yearly amount. I know it's a big chunk of money, but it's worth it, because you're only paying that one chunk one time a year. So I mean, like, I would much rather pay $100 once a year, rather than paying like, you know, accumulatively like double or triple that throughout the year. Honestly, it'd probably be a lot more than that, actually, because you're paying $5 per month or whatever it is. Like I said, I don't even do it anymore, so my prices are wrong. I know they are, but yeah, that's what I would do for PlayStation Plus, is I would just pay the yearly amount, so you only have to pay it once and you're done. And mine always comes out at the end of the year, so that way we can save up for it all year long, and then at the very end of the year, we're going to be more than ready for it. So that's kind of how I do mine. I have mine set up where I pay for it late in the year. And then cheaper games, like games that are not 100, but like pay like $50 a year for it or something like that, I usually put them towards the beginning of the year, or middle of the year rather. So that way you pay for the mid-range ones in the middle of the year, pay for the big ones at the end of the year, and then you have several months again before you have to pay for it again. So summer and winter is usually the best times to make the yearly payments, in my opinion, because it'll give you several months in a row each time. Very true, Micah. Yeah, we have plenty of mods today. It makes you write 2 paragraphs in cursive each day. Dude, we used to have to write 4. And back in my day, you literally had to, that like it came in, so like they would, so basically the way that it learned is you had to learn the letters first. So me in my elementary days, they had to start with the letters, and then they would up the difficulty based by your education, like how fast you learned it. And once you was able to memorize what all the letters were, they would then set you up to write sentences. Once you could write a sentence several times in a row, they would then add it to 2 sentences, and then 3, and then eventually they maxed out at 4. And towards the end of the semester, we had I was nominated gifted and talented in English and what was it? It was English language, I believe is what it was, and science. I was gifted and talented as an early in my childhood, and they told me that if I wanted to what was it? I can't remember what the reward was, but they told me and a couple others who were also around my same skill set that if we could write an entire page in cursive and use every letter of the alphabet, or at least as many as we could, they would reward us. I can't remember what the reward was, and I actually went above and beyond and wrote 2 pages, and then everybody else under me wrote. There was like one kid that wrote a page and a half, and then there was another kid that wrote a page. But yeah, that was they decided to hang it up. You're gonna run right by me, I'm gonna shoot you, man. That rabbit just meow. But yeah, so they ended up hanging our things. That's what the reward was. They said they would hang it up out in the hallway. So they hung it up in the hallway and everything. And of course, me being a kid, I wanted my mom to see it, so I begged her and pleaded her to come to my school one day to pick me up so I could show it to her. And she was extremely proud mama that day. You're calling the legendary in? Oh man, I hope you get it. It really is Wolf Boss. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'll play the game for a little bit, then I'll catch back up with you on chat. Ostrich says, yeah, Ostrich, it was 4. we had to do 4 paragraphs. Again, back then. It went by how good you were at writing cursive. So if you weren't the greatest at writing it, but again, they could tell if you were faking. Like there were certain students obviously who would intentionally write badly just so just to try to get out of it. But the teachers were too smart for that. And yeah, man, that's a good estimate on that rabbit. 4 to 5. No? Seriously? How did I not hit that? Okay. I mean, obviously that could make diamond because it's a 4 to 5 rate. 5 being diamond potential. These are usually going to troll, but it's just a rabbit. If I see it again, I'll shoot it. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it go. Oh, you messed him up? And he would have made it. Oh my gosh, Raven, no! Ah! That's rough, Raven. I feel for you. I'm so sorry. Hopefully, but like I said, try not to let the metal discourage you too much. You still got the animal, and it still has the score. So, if you're wanting to tax him, I would go ahead and just tax him and put him in your lodge. And if there's anybody that ever comes to your lodge and was like, why'd you mount this gold? Tell them that it's actually a diamond. I just made a bad shot. And, because to me, whenever I mess up rares or diamonds, I try my best to not let the metal really dictate my feelings because it's just a metal. You still get everything else with the animal. You still get some of the money for it. You'll still end up getting the animal itself and the full score. So it's not like you mess the score up. You just mess up the trophy rating. But yeah, I do feel for you. Hopefully you'll find another one and be able to get the diamond medal in. That's rough. Oh, you spawned him. Oh, that's even. Oh gosh. Was it like right at the lung or where your high spawn? Like, was it guaranteed just to be all spine, or did you actually like have it right between the lung and the spine? Because it's painful if you get it right between that. It's like, why couldn't the game just count that as a lung shot? So I bought the Red Deer map, forgot the name, and I had a legendary and 4 Pieball. It's awesome. Te Awaroa. Te Awaroa or Te Awara, as I call it. That's my country way of calling it that because it's easier to pronounce. Te Awaroa is the actual way you say it. Awaroa. It's very, very tongue-tying. So I just call it Awara because it's easier. So I just call it Te Awara. Or Aurora sometimes. I don't know. My country voice always my country accent always ends up making it different every time I say it. It's either Aurora or Aurora. Like, I always call it something different. Say Aurora, say Aurora. Aurora, there it is. That's what I normally call it. Oh, right between? Oh, no. Dude, you got robbed, man. I hate when the game does that. I hate it. I've had so many animals where I've shot and it just drops and you're like, oh my, and it does not want to give you the lung shot and the spine shot at the same time. Oh my gosh, man, that's rough. I'm so sorry, Raven. There, I know what it's like. Yay, Tiwoa. Yay, Tiwara. Oh goodness, that's funny. That's not its name, ostrich, but that's funny though. That's just a red deer. Honestly, I saw that thing at first and I thought, golly, that's a big Sika. Nope, just a red deer. Little baby red. Again, I'm not shooting red deer unless they're level 7s or above. Because I do want, if we ever bring this map to multiplayer, I do want you guys to have chances of finding diamonds. Like I said, during our multiplayer streams, you guys are allowed to shoot anything you want, but I would prefer you guys to only shoot animals that are mid-sized or above. Just so that way you guys will have a lot higher chance at finding diamonds. Again, you don't have to, but just keep in mind that if you guys are wanting to find trophies on my maps at the end of the month during multiplayer streams, helping me make sure that we at least got some herd management on the map will guarantee more trophies being found. It's okay, you'll get another. I hear that. That's a good attitude, Raven. Like I said, the best thing you can do when you mess up shots on the game is just try your best to just not even let it bother you. Just say it happens, shake it off, and then tell yourself you'll just get it next time. Go ahead and tax it and put it in the lodge, and just know that you've at least got the score for it. Honey, you ain't got no man. She ain't got no man. She's all by herself. She don't need no man. Let me see, where am I at? Okay, we're just right here. Honestly, we're in the area I wanted to be in, because we're now in the part of the map that a lot of people have found their haggises. Like I said, I try my best to visit every single zone. Every time I haggis hunt, I try my best to hunt every single zone that people have found their haggises in. I hunt the left side of the map the most because that's where I would like to find my haggis if I could. Is over in Acuna or whatever it's called. Let's see which one is it. I probably butchered that. Does it not say? It doesn't say. Well, either way, whatever this side of the map is called, my map is so laggy, dude. I have so many zones on my map. This is the worst lag I've ever seen in a map right now because of how many zones I've discovered. Remember that time when you had 70 people in your live stream? I think most of them were bots because a lot of streamers have been getting bots in their streams. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, even if it was bots, it can help encourage other people to come and join the stream. So, even if it was a mistake, I do not intend on trying to say, yes, I would want that to happen on my stream for the clout. But at the same time, you know, it could have encouraged more people, and I was kind of grateful that day, even if it was real, bots for people. Just because as a small streamer, you know, that is helpful. But again, I would never, if I realized that it was a bug and I could do it on my own, I would never exploit that at all. I don't support it. I'm not somebody who would want to do that. So, like I said, it was a glitch, and I did actually reach out to the feedback section on YouTube that day whenever I was told that, and let them know that it was totally unintentional and that I would never exploit it if it turned out to be something that really happened. Of course, they never got back to me, but at least I let the YouTubers, like the YouTube feedback section, know who I was, what name my channel was under, and let them know what I experienced. So, like I said, if it ever happens again, like I said, it can encourage other people just by the numbers itself to come and join. But I would never condone it or encourage it if it was something I could control. So honestly, because of the fact that we don't know whether that was my record, I do know for a fact that my true actual record for real people being in my chat was 35. So and then we have one day we were like in the 40s, but again it seemed like bots because not a whole lot of people wanted to talk to me. But there was a day where I had 35 people in chat and there was a lot of different people talking to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that our true record on the channel is 35. I'm not gonna count the day that was in the 40s, and I'm not gonna count the day that we were in the 70s. Because like I said, it was confirmed that that was an actual issue going around. So we're not counting that day anymore, guys. Like I said, my record for the channel for actual real people being in the stream is 35. Dude, why can't I just get the fleeing call? That's all I want to see. Another zone to add to the map. More lag, yay! Who doesn't love lag? Lag is my pal, man. I should give it a name. I should name the lag in my map. You just ban them. Well, the thing about it is that you can't. I don't think you can ban people in your chat unless they're actually in your chat. Like I could see what the number was in my stream, but it wasn't like bots talking in the stream. If that makes sense, it was literally just saying that I had like 76 people in the stream, but only like 4 of you guys were talking to me. So that's the reason why I'm saying that I'm pretty sure that now again, if it really was 70 people, then I'm extremely grateful for that. But without people actually talking to me in chat, I can't actually say whether or not it was true. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm just going to stick to what I know my record previously was, which was 35, because there was a lot of people talking to me. It was back when I was doing my moose grind. So that shows you just how far back I'm going. But yeah, it was way back whenever I was doing a moose grind was whenever on Revel and Tui. That whenever I hit my record, and I got I think 12 subscribers out of those 30 decided to actually join the channel, and as far as I know, most of them are still here today. So, like I said, I don't know how to report bots. I don't know how to ban them, or how to keep them from coming into the channel. If they're here, they're here, and if there's like if I can tell that it's a bot talking to me and it's just making absolutely no sense whatsoever, I will ban it. But yeah, like bot talk is very obvious when it happens. Yeah, he is a small one. Like I said, man, I do have some HM going on this map. I decided that you know, I'm hopeful, like more than hopeful, that I'm gonna end up finding my Haggis. And if I find the Haggis, I will immediately end the stream, and just so I can change the title. I will just restart the stream right back, and I'll say that I found the Haggis. Let's take him out or something like that. But yeah, if we do find the Haggis, I will be ending the stream temporarily to reset the title of the stream so everybody knows that we're currently hunting for it. But yeah, like I said, I decided that while I was hunting for these Haggises, that if I seen anything that was like HM animals, I would just leave them. Especially antlered animals, because if we ever do get lucky enough to find this Haggis, or if I eventually just give up on it, just whatever happens, and I bring you guys to the map, I want you guys to be able to have chances at finding diamonds and stuff. Like I said, it wouldn't really be nice of me to reward you guys with multiplayer streams where the map is just whatever the map wants to be. I really do want you guys to be able to come onto like a actual like reserve, if that makes sense. I want you guys to feel like that you're actually coming into an area where you have a high chance of getting trophies. Because I think it'd be a lot cooler to go home with a diamond from a creator's map rather than going home with just like nothing. So yeah. A level 4, nothing I want. I'm surprised that you don't get a lot of people in your stream, like even people that have 100 to 400 more subscribers have a lot more viewers in the streams, but usually have about 5 to 20. Yeah, honestly, I mean, YouTube is a very, very a strange thing because everybody has their own audiences. I do think that during the streams where we had like 12 to 15 to 20 people, that they really were real people there. But I think I have the shy group, some people just get people that want to just be there hanging out watching the creator hunt, and they don't really have any interest in talking. But what you got to realize is that by talking to me in chat, it actually encourages other people to speak up as well. And it can really help bring more viewers into the chat, because if we're just sitting here running and hunting because nobody is talking to me and I'm just giving general commentary, it really can become boring. And new people that may come to check you out will be like, well, this guy ain't doing nothing, I'm going to leave because there's nothing going on. So that's why I always encourage people to make sure that you guys keep the chat going during these streams, and make sure that you guys stay for the streams, no matter what game we play. Because even if it's not Call of the Wild and it's something you're not interested in, just being here for the chat and being here for the stream will help encourage the growth of the channel. So, but again, I know that everybody has their own lives and you guys have your own things you got to do, so I don't get mad at anybody for their attendance on the channel. I'm not going to punish anybody for it. Like I said, it just happens. So all I can do is just keep my fingers crossed, keep praying, and just hope that one day that we just get another spike. I mean, last year we went from 89 people all the way to 576 now. So I mean, all we need to do is just have something like that again happen this year. And summer vacation is usually the time where you really have a chance to pop off, because everybody's at home. There isn't anybody that's working really much, unless they're in the school portion of it. So there's teachers that like the streams, or students, they can be here. So yeah, vacations are usually the time that you'll see spikes in channels, because people don't have anything to do, and that's whenever they'll stay at home and watch, streamers. So, and I'm also debating on opening up a TikTok for the channel as well. Again, I don't know if I will do that, but I have been bouncing that idea around in my head. To kind of help the growth of the channel too, is to open up a different social media account entirely, and I'm gonna and I wouldn't post anything on there other than shorts, but I have heard that it is pretty easy to transfer my shorts over to TikTok. All I'd have to do is just hit share, and then I could just share it straight to TikTok. So I mean, again, it would take a lot of time because I'd have to go through every single short I've ever put on the channel. But I think it'd be worth it. My cousin Elijah, he's also a YouTuber, which I'm not going to disclose what he does. But he is also a YouTuber, and he's been giving me a lot of advice on how to grow the channel as well. And he said having other outlets besides just YouTube is really, really helpful, because some people don't even know, just the fact that it's on the platform. A lot of people will just focus on the big streamers, whereas people on TikTok are just scrolling, and they can end up finding somebody that they think is funny, or somebody that they think is entertaining, and then from there they'll go and visit your channel from the TikTok. And Elijah said that's how he got a lot of his people. Which, of course, my cousin has been very successful. He's his channel's pretty big. Again, I can't tell you what his channel is or what he does, solely because I think that's his responsibility, and I don't really want to you know what I'm saying. That's his channel, and he's already told me that that he'll worry about his growth, and that he'll just try to help me grow mine. But yeah, which he doesn't do video games. My cousin Elijah actually works for a company. He does a certain job, and he does YouTube videos on how to do that job. But growing a channel, he says, is very, very similar no matter what you're doing. But the more media outlets you have, it gives more people a lot more time, a lot more chance of finding you. Dude, I don't know what I would do if I found the Haggis right now. If I was just running along and then all of a sudden I just heard, the Haggis start going off on me. Like if I saw the fleeing call, or if I saw him himself, dude, I would be jumping up and down. But the more I hunt for this Haggis, the less I want to hunt for the Haggis. Because I know I'm on a rant right now, guys, but honestly I just feel like talking. There ain't nobody talking in chat really, so I'm just trying to fill in the gaps too. But I have actually been thinking about just throwing in the towel with it. Mainly for two reasons. Number one, I put so many hours into this map that it's actually feeling old now, and it just feels like something that I'm just never going to accomplish. And then also the second thing is, the second reason as to why I'm thinking about letting it go is just because of the taxidermy. It's very lame, in my opinion, that you can't actually tax the actual animal, that it's just a plate of food. And that has been discouraging me as well lately. So, I don't know. I just truly do not know. I may have a couple more Haggis hunts in me, and if I don't find them, I'm probably just going to throw in the towel and just include this map into multiplayer, but make it to where if we ever do hunt this map, it'll be subscribers only, so that way I know the people that's in here will be trustworthy people. Come on, Haggy! Yeah, that like I said, Wolf. That's kind of my take on it too, man. If it wasn't for the fact that it's a cryptid and the fact that so few people have it, that's actually the reason why I want one. It's just so that, like I say, I got it. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I'm doing it for the accomplishment of just having it. So that way I can say that I got. I don't know I forget the words. My English is not wanting to work for me today. But there's a certain word for like something that's hard to attain. Um, and that's the only reason why people pursue it. And I can't remember what the word is called, but you know that's my main reason for wanting a haggis is just simply so that way I can say that I'm one of the people that got one. But at the same time, the more I hunt for it, man, the more I'm getting burned out on it, and the less I feel like I'm actually going to find it. So yeah, I may just throw in the towel one of these days and just say, you know, I don't want it anymore. We'll involve Scotland in multiplayer, and if you guys ever see it, just let me know about it. But otherwise, what's the point? Because I'm going to be a one and done on these things. Like I said, if I find a haggis on my map, I will be a one and done with it. I don't care if we're in multiplayer and somebody else finds one. I mean, hey, if you guys find another haggis and want to give it to me, obviously I'll take it. But if you guys find haggises after I get mine, and I won't care if it's a diamond or whatever. Like, you guys can shoot it. Like, I won't care. I just want a haggis. I'm just hoping that if I do have a haggis on my map and I do find it, I'm hoping that it's one of the furry ones. I really don't want the naked ones. If it turns out to be a naked haggis, I'll still be extremely excited that I've got one, but I'll also be bummed out that it wasn't the ones that I want because there's 3 naked ones and 3 furry ones, and I think the ones that have fur on them are better looking. But again, it's been a chore, man. It's been a chore trying to find these things. Let's see. I think I'll go down here and check out this area. Now, if I was really desperate to get a haggis, there is a way that guarantees you a haggis right now. YouTubers and other people have found that if you start a new game, that there is a method to guarantee finding a haggis. You do have to hunt on the map for at least 3 hours straight, but it is a guaranteed spawn as long as you do the steps correct. But I'm not that crazy. I have way too many grinds going on right now, and I do not want to. And I have so much money on this account that yeah, I don't want to start from zero. So yeah, that's not going to be happening. Like I said, if it turns out to be bugged, I really wish Call of the Wild would just give us a small update on this. But of course, they're keeping they're keeping quiet about it for some reason. But I really wish that they would just address it. Just let people know it's not bugged or it is bugged. Because there's a lot of people, including myself, who has hunted for hours trying to find their haggises and have done all the missions, but they still haven't found them. And then there's been people that's only hunted for a couple of hours during the missions and found them before they even finished the missions. And there's also been people that found them shortly after completing all the missions. However, those people were relatively new. They said if you've joined Call of the Wild in the last year or two, that those are the people that have been reporting finding their haggises. Whereas people that have been here since the start, there has been extremely few. Like maybe just a tiny little handful of people that's been here since 2017 that actually found their haggis. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that actually do believe that the haggises are completely bugged right now for anybody who's been a part of the game for a long time. And that's really rough. That's really rough. And guys, I also wanted to, I guess, kind of sort of apologize to you all. I know I talked big about doing Great One Gods and having more videos out for you all. I just have not had time. The days that I set aside for my streams are literally planned between my wife and I. So it frees me up to do stuff. But throughout the day, it is me that takes care of the house and does a lot of the errands for like going out to the stores and buying stuff for us throughout the week. So there's very few days where I actually am not busy. So I do want to say that, guys, I would like to make these videos for you all, but like I said, but for now, it looks like that I'm mainly going to have to just stick to being a streamer because it's really hard. It's been really, really hard for me to even find time to even come close to having time to record videos. So hopefully I'll be able to get those recorded to you guys soon. But again, it's just, as of right now, I can't make any promises like I was making. I know I told you guys next week we'll do this, then we're going to do that. I just haven't been able to follow through with it. Just because I haven't shot anything in a while. Let me let this calm, let my breath come back to me. Sometimes you just gotta shoot something. I haven't hunted nothing in a long time on the stream, so I figured I'd shoot something. Colton, what's up, man? We got all the mods in here today. Good to have you, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We're just currently hunting for the haggis again. I honestly figured that we'd only do a few haggis streams, maybe per month now, and honestly, I'm not even sure if I'll even pursue this thing very much longer. I've put nearly 70 hours into this map with no luck for the haggis. I've been everywhere I could think of to be during all times, and it's honestly getting old to me. So, like I said, this may be my last haggis hunt. I'm really not sure. I may hunt a few more times off stream for it just to give it a last ditch effort. But honestly, I'm honestly in the belief that people that were here like for a long time, the older accounts, I think that's bugged on their maps. Because it's ridiculous that some people have hunted for hundreds and hundreds of hours and are still trying to find their haggis. Whereas other people only hunted for a couple of hours and they got theirs. So, and from all of my experience of watching the haggises, I think they literally spawn next to your character. A lot of people were just literally just hunting and just looking around, and then all of a sudden it's just in their binoculars. And I think the game, like, somehow, like, reads where you are on the map, and, like, will literally plant your haggis where you're going to run into it. Or if you happen to be just standing glassing, and your haggis happens to be in that area. Like, I think the game predetermines what area your haggis is going to be in, but you have to be in that area at a specific time of day. And it'll just randomly spawn next to you, basically. But again, that would also make it still extremely hard to find, because if you just happen to just scope out an area and don't spot it while it's there, then you're just going to run right past it again. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I really want one of these things, but the more I think about how lame the taxidermy for it is, and the more that I think about like how much time I put into it without a single sighting, the less it's encouraging me to hunt for it. So, I don't know. I may call it quits after today's stream. I'll figure it out. Am I doing multiplayer again? So at the end of this month, guys, I'm going to let you guys vote. At the end of this month, we're all going to come together as a community for my final haggis hunt, where I'm going to be trying to get a 4 to 6 hour stream. And I'm going to allow nobody but mods and subscribers into the map, and I'm going to max out the amount of people that's allowed on the map. So basically, I'm going to have 8 people on the map, including myself. So all of my mods that can be here, I'd encourage them to be here. And then any of my subscribers that swear that they will not shoot a haggis if they find it are going to be allowed on the map with me. And we're just going to break off, and we're going to spend the entire stream looking for this haggis. And if nobody and 9 people can come across it in the 4 to 6 hours of a stream, I am going to go ahead and believe that mine is bugged, and I'm going to never hunt for it again. So, that is my big plan for the end of this month. If you guys want to join that hunt, like I said, I'll put a poll out to you guys so you guys can determine if you want to do this. But like I said, towards the end of the month, I'll put a poll out. So that way you guys can vote on a haggis hunt or on a normal average multiplayer stream. So, that'll be up to you guys. Your last chat. You need to do a bunch of grinds on one map, that way we can play on your multiplayer stream and spawn in a bunch of trophies and leave them there on your map and take it set up. Well, the problem with that, man, is that whenever you have your own map that you're trying to HM, you always have your own style of herd management, and it's hard to explain this, but every single hunter has their own ideas of what areas they want to manage, how they want to manage it, what animals they want to leave, what animals they want to shoot. And if you invite like more than a certain person. Like if you invite multiple people onto the map to help you HM or to help you do certain things, yes, it can be very helpful, but it's also going to be troublesome because you could have some people that want to do it their way, whereas you want them to do it your way. And yeah, I don't think that that's going to be something that'll come to the channel. Because I have my own way of that I like to do my grinds and my own way of doing herd management and you know, stuff like that. So I don't think that I'm going to do anything like that. Like invite people onto the map, to help them with to help me with it. But like I said, we may go back to doing what we did in the past, where like if the Haggis shows up, it's going to be a test for you guys too. Because the way this is going to work is that if the Haggis shows up, only me and the person that finds the Haggis are allowed to be there for the hunt. Because there's a lot of bugs in multiplayer, and if I have 8 people on my map with me, and they all converge in to watch me shoot that Haggis, we could end up having the bug where your guns will start firing even though nobody's pulling the trigger, and it could really screw up the hunt. Because at that exact moment that we find the Haggis, I will have to shoot it because I won't know where it's going to go on the map, and if we don't find its feed zone around that area, obviously we just have to track it. So whoever finds the Haggis will get the honor of watching me actually shoot it there, like in real life time, while everybody else has to watch it on stream. Okay, you guys are still allowed to hunt if you wish to. You just have to be away from me and the person who finds it. So that is going to be the reward for the person who ends up finding the Haggis, is they'll get the honor of being able to follow me around the map and actually watch me hunt the thing. Again, you'll have to keep your distance from me to kind of to try to help avoid bugs. But I will let you stay like within 100 yards of me and watch me track the Haggis and actually shoot it on stream. And then once I shoot it, I'll invite you all to come and look at it before we leave the map. Because like I said, I do trust my subscribers, and so I'll let the person who finds it watch me shoot it, and then I'll let anybody who's on the map come and look at it before I claim it. Again, guys, you guys know the rules. If you guys claim my Haggis and troll me, or if anybody shoots the Haggis and claims it and runs off the map and you're a subscriber or a mod, it'll be worse if you're a mod, because I'll fire you from being a mod, and I'll also ban you from the channel entirely. And if you're a subscriber, then I will find a time when you have talked to me in the streams, and I'll ban you there too. So like I said, guys, do not steal anything from me, okay? I trust you guys to be friendly to me. I trust you guys to help me find this thing, because any other Haggis that may spawn in the future is fair game. I only want one. So if we bring this into multiplayer in the future and any of you guys find a Haggis on my map, you're more than welcome to let me know about it if you wish. Or you can just shoot it for yourself, because I will be fine with just one and done. Is this spring break? I have no idea. I think that there's some people that's in college that's on spring break right now. But I don't think that spring break actually comes around until like late March or April, actually, Colton. So I don't think so. I mean, it could end up being during spring break, though. Because, like I said, it's going to be at the end of the month. So, whatever our last day to stream is in the month is going to be our multiplayer stream this month. And yeah, I'm going to put a poll out to the channel to let you guys vote on whether you want it to be a group effort Haggis hunt, as a final like hunt for the Haggis. Like, I will never hunt it again after that. If none of us can't find it on the map in 4 to 6 hours of a stream, then yeah, it's not here, and there's no point in me pursuing it anymore. It's bugged, and I will say that it's bugged. But like I said, though, if we find the Haggis, we will go ahead and shoot him, and then we'll just revert back to a normal multiplayer stream. So that's kind of my plan with that day. So if we find the Haggis within a couple of hours or so, then we'll go ahead and shoot him and put him in the lodge, and then from there we'll just open it up to whoever wants to hunt with us. Again, I don't know how my internet's going to handle 8 people, but I do want to try it. I do want to try getting at least 8 people on my map, so that way we can have a lot of eyes. And I would like to make I would like to divide people up. So like for the morning hunt, I would, and have everybody on rotations. So like basically nobody's allowed to fire a shot unless it's a true trophy animal, because I don't want to risk spooking the Haggis. So during this stream, the rules would be you can only shoot diamonds or rares. Because I would be too afraid that if we, like I said, I just would be too afraid that we were going to spook the Haggis if we're all hunting animals. And nobody will find it because it's going to be constantly on the run. So during this stream, it will be a dry powder stream, guys. And I know it's kind of a letdown for you all because it will be because it's just running and looking. But again, it's all about finding this haggis. And and you are allowed to shoot stuff, but only if you know for a fact there's nothing around you, or if you've completed your area and you know it's not in the area. Then at that point, if you just want to hunt your area, you can. But like I said, guys, that's kind of how it's going to be. So, like, if we did the stream and we had 8 people on the map, including myself, so 9 people total, I would have me and I'll probably break us up into teams of 2. And 2 people would be on the top left, 2 people would be on the bottom left, 2 people would be in the middle, and then 2 people would be on the right. Something along those lines. Or I may just divide us all out, because I would have to see how many zones there are on the map, and I would just basically just give everybody their own zone. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll figure it out by the end. I want you guys to have fun, obviously. So like I said, I'll figure everything out. I may just let you guys hunt anyways, but like I said, it'd just be better if we didn't pull the trigger on anything, just so that way we don't spook the haggis if it happens to be around that next corner. But we'll see. You will join me if you. Oh yeah, guys. Like I said, if you're as long as you're subscribed to the channel, you'll be allowed to hunt with me. It's just that, like I said, it'll be on stream, and I'm not going to start the stream immediately. So basically, if you guys vote that you want to do a last-ditch effort haggis hunt at the end of the month this month, I'm going to be putting out a poll on the channel. I'll be making a video for it as well, and I will be announcing that any and all subscribers and mods that want to join me that day will be free to join us for the haggis hunt. However, you can only be subscribers that have been part of the channel for long enough for me to trust you, or long enough for me to know for me to do that. Like I said, if it's people that just come in to subscribe and immediately jump in the map, I'm too afraid there's going to be people out there trying to troll me. They might find my haggis and shoot it and run away. So like I said, it's only going to be subscribers that I know. And the way that we're going to do this is that I'm going to be giving the stream a 15-minute, about a 10-minute break before we actually start the stream. So I'm going to go live. And then we're going to give 10 to 15 minutes for everybody to join. And then once I have a good amount of people that I know I can trust, I will then open up the maps, and I'll be and I'll have to know what all your gamer tags are, so I know who to look for. And then we're all going to meet up in the wherever you guys can on the map. We're all going to meet up, and then at that point, I'm going to assign people their areas, and then we'll break off from one another. And we're going to start it at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, we'll probably do 5:30, so that way you guys have 30 minutes to get into the areas. But we'll do 5:30 until dark, and I think that'll take about 3 hours of real life time, if I'm not mistaken. I think it takes about 3 hours in game to be able to get through an entire a day cycle from morning to night. And then at nighttime, if you guys want to hunt at night for a while, we can, because I've barely ever hunted nighttime for this thing. So that's up to you all at that point too. But like I said, we're just gonna hunt for about 4 to 6 hours straight, depending on how much time I have that day. And just hopefully we'll come across it. But again, I'll let you guys vote. If you guys don't think that sounds like a good multiplayer stream, we'll just do a normal stream. Where I'll just let whoever wants to into the stream, and we'll just hunt across different maps. Spring break for you is next Monday. Awesome, man. Are you talking about this upcoming Monday, Colton, or are you talking about the one after that one? Some people have different ways in my family of saying next Monday. Like there's certain people in my family where it's like, you know, if they were to say that to me today, I would know they're not meaning this upcoming one, but the next one. Whereas other people in my family is like, yeah, it's this next one. So, are you meaning like it's the one after this next Monday, or do you mean that it's this upcoming one? It really does, Michael. But technically we are, man. I mean, technically I would be the leader, and you guys would be my officers, and the haggis is the thief. So yeah, because he's been stealing all my time. I've been hunting for him for so long, it's time to find that criminal. So yeah, we may do that. Like I said, I would like to do some special streams, like I told you guys last multiplayer stream. During the channel this year, I would like to have some specialty multiplayer streams where it's like going to be like a. There's going to be like a mission for us to do during the streams, if that makes sense. Like this one would be the haggis, obviously, and then I'd like to do some streams where it's like me and just my moderators, and me and them doing like challenges against each other. I think it'd be fun if we did that for like the whole community at times too, where it's like It's like I'll keep track of who all is in the map, and I'm just gonna keep putting out challenge. Like the multiplayer challenges, like first one to a heart shot, first one to a diamond, and whoever has the most wins at the end. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I mean, like I said, I'm thinking about doing some specialty multiplayer streams throughout the year as well. Dude, I thought, I thought, I saw that big black dot there for a minute. I thought that was one of the furry ones. I got so excited for nothing. Oh, sorry, Micah. I was just on my little rant and I didn't pay attention to how I pronounced your name. My bad. You know that I know you're Micah. I was just lost in thought while I was talking there and actually called you the wrong name. My bad. But yeah, guys, in case you guys are wondering why we're doing Call of the Wild and instead of the Angler today, it's for two reasons. The first reason is the main reason. I forgot that after they pulled the plug on Call of the Wild the Angler that I actually deleted all my save history. So all the gear and all the fish and all the accomplishments I had succeeded on was gone. And I didn't feel like starting from scratch. The second reason we didn't do it, or excuse me, it wasn't two reasons. And then with the reason we didn't play Fishing Planet, because I was going to play Fishing Planet today, in its place. And I went onto that game and checked the weather, and the weather was crap. For the species I like fishing for. So yeah, that's the reason why we played Call of the Wild today. I was kind of in the mood to free roam as well. All right, I think that I went over my time for being able to use that perk. So let's go use the perk again. Which side of the map do I want to use it on this time? Dude, I have so many zones I could use it on. This zone is just stacked now. It'd take me forever to go through all the zones if I used it there. Hmm. I mean, I guess we go back here. I mean, this one is still the one that doesn't have as many zones. Very true, Micah. Like I said, I really don't care what my diamond is, or excuse me, what my diamond. I don't really care what my score is for the Haggis. For me, just as long as the Haggis is, as long as we find it, I really won't care what score it is. I'm going to be a one and done with it no matter what. So so let's say that I got a silver or a gold Haggis. As long as it's the furry cons, I really won't care about the diamond rate. So if you guys were to be on my map at a later time and found a Haggis of your own and it was a diamond potential, if you guys wanted to let me know about it and wanted me to take it, I would. But it's also it's also fair game. I don't really mind losing Haggises after this one because I really don't like the taxidermy for them. The only reason I'm even doing this is just because I want to say that I was able to get one. I want to be one of those hunters that has a Haggis. Other than that, though, I mean, that's like I said, I won't care if I lose diamonds in the future. I don't care about the animal that much. I do really want one. I put a lot of time into it, but it's not something I'm going to be like. It's not like Great One grinding for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like something I'm going to be like just really crazy about doing. We got the 5 roll this time. It looks like, but only got 3 feed zones. Yeah, no, 4 roll. Well, let's check them. Let's see, roe deer. I think it's too far down. There. Hang on one second, guys. Alrighty. Let's see. What was that? Oh, it's a mink. Why is it all the way up here? Didn't make any sense. Dude, my map is so slow, dude. There is so many zones on this map. It is hard to open up the map. Red fox, roe deer, sika. Yeah, I don't think we got it in that roll either, unfortunately. But then again, we don't know where my haggis is if it's on the map. Alrighty. I'll say let's reset time. Let's reset time to be early in the morning, and I think that I'm just going to run the ridge lines down towards the bottom of the map now. Let's set it to 6 o'clock. That ought to work. And we'll go as far as to even do a main menu reset, just in case. Alrighty. I need to put my perk back on. Give me 1 second. I don't know if they even have rares, actually, Micah. There was a community photo of an albino that was released at one point of the Haggis, but people are speculating that it was photoshopped. Because Call of the Wild, Expansive Worlds has not confirmed whether or not, or even denied whether there are rares. But we do know that there's 6 different fur colors, which 3 of them are naked and 3 of them are furry. So I'm hoping for the furry variation. If I could choose my Haggis, it'd be any of them that have fur, because the naked ones are kind of ugly in my opinion, and I really don't want one of those. But again, I can't tax it as such, so I guess it really wouldn't matter. You're driving a lawnmower down the road on Farm Simulator? Beep beep. That's funny. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but does your lawnmower work like Water Boys? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Water Boy, but his girlfriend on that movie soups up his lawnmower to go to where it can go like 30 to 50 miles an hour. And traffic keeps honking at you. So very realistic. Very realistic, apparently. I'm sure there'd be people in real life that'd honk at you if you were doing that. Nothing too fancy down there, unfortunately. You drive your lawnmower on the road in real life, because I live on almost a dirt road, and I mow my aunt's yard. Whoop, that's a tree. I hear that. Yeah, where my parents live, my mom's parents live like right next door to her. So and they're too old now to be able to be able to mow, like operate a lawnmower. So now my mom and my dad mow for them. And yeah, anytime they have to mow my parents' lawn, they'll get on the main road and just drive next door to where they are. or they'll go around their they have a farm, so there's a barn that's also separating the houses. So they'll drive around the barn and over to their yard if they can, or they will get on the main road, which that's what they normally do because it's a lot quicker doing it that way. Oh man, yeah, I think that I've made up my mind. I think what I'm going to do, I may hunt for them some off stream, but I really don't know. I think that this is going to be our final Haggis stream, if I'm not mistaken, because it's getting really long. I'm enjoying being on Scotland, like running around Scotland, but I'm not really enjoying the Haggis hunting much anymore. So what I think I'm going to do is after today, there might be a couple more times where I'll get out on my own off stream and try to see if I can find it. But as far as streaming for the Haggis hunt, we're probably going to do one more, and that's going to be the one at the end of the month if you guys are wanting to do that. Because to be honest, I just don't think it's a trophy I want to pursue very much longer. I've given it my full efforts, and like I said, at the end of the month, if me and a whole bunch of other people can't even find the thing, then yeah, there wouldn't be no point in me continuing. Yeah, I think that's the same way here, Raven. If I ain't mistaken, I'm pretty sure that you're allowed to drive those kinds of things. Unless you're a farmer. If you're a farmer, you can actually be permitted to drive tractors on the main road if you have to go like drive on the main road to get back and forth between your farm and wherever you're going. But yeah, you're allowed to drive. You have to stay on the back roads here too. Of course, there's always going to be those people who decide to drive on the main roads anyways. But as people say, which I'm not one of those, but as people do say, as long as you don't get caught, it ain't illegal. Which I don't agree with that at all. But it's the only reason they get away with it, I guess. We got about 35 minutes left in the stream, guys. Again, I am sorry that I was late to today's stream as well. It's not intentional. Just the past 3 times that we've been late, it's just something's came up and I couldn't do anything about it. Today I went and ran an errand for us, and there was heavy traffic, and it took me I think like 20 minutes to get back home. And then whenever I got home, I had just finished doing the laundry, and then I had a few dishes I had to clean. So it wasn't intentional, but I'm hoping that we'll be on time for tomorrow's stream, which we should be. Wait, what's that? Dude, that rabbit. I just saw something brown jet right through my binoculars. I thought for sure that was the Tawny. My heart just hit my toes, guys. I thought for sure that was the Tawny Haggis. Oh, gosh. But no, it's just that idiot. Yeah, even the red deer's ashamed. Even he's running away. He's embarrassed. Oh, gosh. Alright, Micah. We'll see you tomorrow, man. Hopefully. We'll be getting after some great ones tomorrow. Also, guys, don't forget that I'm putting a poll out on the channel as soon as this stream ends. And also, don't forget that an hour after the stream ends, you're getting part 2 of Resident Evil. So anybody who is wanting to help support my second dream of being a playthrough artist, please make sure that you guys watch that entire thing tonight to help with the channel with some watch time. Guys, we are very close to super chats and stuff in the channel. I meant to tell you guys that earlier today, but we are very, very close. We're at 2,600 and we need 3,000. Okay, we need only 400 more watch hours on the channel, and we'll be able to do super chats and memberships. So whatever you guys can get your hands on and let play on your phone, whatever playthroughs you guys can watch, it would be a very big help to the growth of the channel. So make sure that you guys are watching some of my playthroughs if you can. Even if you're not interested in the game, just going AFK and letting it play on your phone will help. Because it would be awesome to finally get super chat started on the channel. Honestly, there, I still appreciate it, man. It would be awesome if you guys actually watched it all the way through because, like I said, I do try my best to turn it into like like a cinematic, playthrough where the characters don't just move like someone that's playing a game. I try to make everybody act realistic as I can. Um, so like new areas, like tonight, if you guys watch tonight's video, keep your eyes open on how I make Grace move. Tonight's episode is about Grace in the care center. It's the entire section of before she goes underground, which I'm not going to spoil anything else. But for those who haven't seen the story, but it's that entire section, and basically the way that I make Grace move is that I want her to seem nervous. I want her to seem scared. So I try my best to do like a very nervous walk through all of the new areas of the map. And then once she's discovered those areas, she now knows where she's going. So she'll start walking faster or even running through the areas once she knows where she's going. So if you guys can pay attention to that art style and everything, like I said, I really do put my heart and soul into my playthroughs. I try my best to have the gameplay as good as I can. Um, Honestly, I was kind of interested to see how you guys would think about part one because during the stream I had a really bad experience with the sensitivity on my sticks. And it turns out that the default sensitivity is actually what I needed. It's just at the very beginning of the game it makes you rotate the camera slow. But once you take hold of the actual gameplay in the game, it actually feels really good to me. So I was actually able to get through the chainsaw section with Leon without taking damage in the playthrough. I don't know if any of you guys really saw that in part one, but yeah, the Leon sections were much better gameplay compared to my last live stream, and I was very proud of that. So, and the Grace gameplay for tonight is really good too. But yeah, guys, like I said, I really want the movement of the characters and the fighting styles to really match everybody, how they are in the game. Okay, Micah, that's a little bit overkill, man, but I appreciate you. Like I said, I'll take any support, man. I do appreciate it. But Micah, like I said, man, it is a rated M. It has gore and language in it. So I mean, if it's something that you're not interested in, because I know that you've told me in the past that you don't really watch games like that. So you definitely don't have to, Micah. But if you do want to support the channel, go to one of my other playthroughs. Go to the ones that are cleaner, like the Spider-Man playthroughs, the Batman ones, except for the Telltale series, because that one's pretty rough in language. But like the Batman Arkham games, the Spider-Man games, Tomb Raider is pretty clean, even though it has a few strong words in there, but it's pretty clean overall. I mean, like I said, I have some much cleaner games if you'd rather watch them. I mean, any playthroughs will help us, guys. Because we just need 400 more hours of you guys to watch my content. And streams, I think it does count stream time, but I think it's only like a set amount of hours per individual. So like, if you guys are like constantly in the stream and like supporting, I think that every time I go live, it'll count like a certain amount of hours for you guys, but it doesn't count the entire thing. Because where I'm a streamer, if it did that, it would just accumulate like no one's business. So they do actually have a cutoff, I believe, during live streams, but during videos, it counts the whole thing. So, and like I said, all of my playthroughs, the Final Fantasy ones are really good too, by the way, guys. I've actually been watching those again. The Final Fantasy VII remake, those and the Rebirth, those are really good works in my opinion. But yeah, I try to put my all into the gameplay, and I try my best to make the editing extremely good in my playthroughs, so that way you guys will feel more like you're watching a film rather than a game. Obviously, it is a game, but you get what I'm saying. I'm trying my best to make it seem where it's more so than just that. But again, if you guys only watch like a few seconds of the videos and then leave because you guys get a little bit bored, then you guys are leaving before it gets good. Like I said, my episodes always pick up where the last episode's left off, and it doesn't. But I always try my best to edit it to where it's very, very interesting to watch at the least. And I promise you guys, if some of you guys would watch them the entire hour of those videos, you guys would be hooked. Especially if you've never seen the stories before. Because I do leave them on cliffhangers. So I try to make it very, very, very much like episodes rather than game levels. Your Call of the Wild had your cow. I thought you said Call of the Wild there for a minute. Your cow had a newborn in Farm Sim. I'm putting that in Discord. Oh my goodness. Okay, I haven't seen what the animals look like in Farming Simulator, but I'll definitely take a look at it later. like I said, I'm usually not in Discord. For anybody that's wondering and that's been wanting to speak to me on Discord, I'm usually not in there until like later at night. So like between 8 and 12 in Eastern Standard Time, I'm usually in there at least once per day, um, sometimes twice. But I do try to get in there at least once or twice per day. Late in the evenings or even into the nighttime hours, and that's usually when I reply to people. But again, if I have any free time throughout the day, I'll also check it throughout the day as well. And guys, I would encourage you all, for anybody that's here, that like right now watching the stream. I'm not sure how many's here because YouTube's head count is not always correct. But even if I'm playing a game live that you guys are not interested in watching, I would really encourage you guys to at least hang out with me. You don't have to be there because you care about the game, but just be there to help the channel. Because like I know that some of you guys will see Thomas the Tank Engine next week as like a child's game, and why the heck am I watching this, or why the heck is he playing it? But you guys got to remember that it's a nostalgia trip for me. I used to love Thomas. I still like the classic episodes from like the early '90s. That's what I grew up with, and I'm wanting to explore my childhood memories by driving my favorite trains and seeing what an Island of Sodor looks like in 4K HDR graphics that they have nowadays. Because I really do truly enjoy those types of games, and plus I like trains in general. So, like I said, even if you guys are not going to be there to watch that stream because of the game I chose, I mean, you can still be there AFK, just kind of self-supporting the stream by having watch time come to the channel, or you guys could just talk to me and chat about other games. Again, it does not have to be related to the game I'm playing. If you guys want to talk to me about Call of the Wild while I'm playing other stuff, that is still fine. Like I said, most of the games that I play, unless they're brand new to the channel, like the new releases, I would like the chat. I really don't mind what the chat's talking about. We're basically just playing the game and hanging out. So it's not all business, and I would appreciate you guys helping support that. Again, if you guys aren't interested in it, that is totally understandable. I'm still going to stream it the day that it launches if I can, but I would like to at least do a playthrough for all the stories in the game, because there's going to be 8 different stories that are going to be told, and it would be kind of cool to edit those and try to actually turn it into a show, because that's kind of my plan with it. I'm not planning on doing like a full gameplay for it, but like during those stories, I would like to record it. Of course, you'll get the full gameplay for the day I'm streaming, but if I decide to go back and redo the stories and stuff, I would like to try my best to edit it in the style of the TV show way back when, and literally turn it into a movie using the photo mode and stuff in the game. I think that'd be really fun. You AFK a lot in my streams there? How dare you? AFKing, man. Like, why can't you just speak to me? I mean, the chat's right there. It's easy to say hi. It's easy to have conversations with me. Why you go AFK, man? Talk to me some. Keep the chat alive. You're a mod for a reason. I'm cutting up with you, by the way. Don't hate me. Honestly, I'm fine with it, man. Do what you want to do. It would be more fun if you were able to talk to me during the streams. But, like I said, it's up to you all. Dude, I just do not... I'm not having any faith in this Haggis today, man. I got on here really, really pumped and ready to hunt for it, but now that I've been on here for a couple of hours, like I said, this is how I've been on this map here lately. I'm only able to hunt for a couple of hours at a time for the Haggis, and then I just get kind of bored of it. I may end the stream a little bit early, guys. I'm not going to end it like anytime soon, but we may stream until for about another, I don't know, until about 45 after, so about another about 8 minutes. Because I'm just getting to the point now where I'm really not feeling the Haggis hunt, and we don't have enough time to really do anything else. So I may end here in just a minute. It just depends. Alright, Zero, sounds good. Also, guys, what am I saying? So, there's going to be 2 polls that are guaranteed coming to the channel. Mods, I definitely need all of you guys to respond to them, if possible, because as my mods, I need you guys to be present during any poll or any post, if possible. Unless it's a post that doesn't necessarily need a reply. Like I said, if it's just something I'm telling you guys about and it ain't really something you have to reply to, if I'm not asking a question or something, then you don't have to reply to it. But for polls and stuff like that, I really would like for all of you guys to at least vote on it. But, like I said, tonight we are going to have a poll addressing what you guys want to do for tomorrow's stream. So like what great ones we're going to be going after and stuff like that. Because we'll have 4 hours tomorrow, guys. I'm really wanting to be here on time tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So that way we can go for several different great ones. And I'll have a poll out on the channel for you guys to decide on what you want to see. So we have the fallow deer, we have the wolf, and we have the Silver Ridge Peaks mule deer grind going on right now. And we have 4 hours tomorrow. So I'll have to figure out some way to make that poll make sense. If we had 4 grinds, then that'd be easier. But I don't really want to do any more whitetail at the moment. I could go right back to New England right now and start the whitetail grind if I wanted to. But I'm really just not feeling the whitetail after 3,000 kills. So, plus I've already got 3 of those, and I kind of want to move on to other species for a little while. Let me see, where am I at? Dude, how have I done this 4 times today? 4 different times I started on one side of the map and then ended up back down here at this little hill. How have I done that? Like, I've been just going around in circles all stream. I just now realized that. I haven't been anywhere new. Alright, I think I'll go check this ravine real quick. And then, just depending on how long it takes me to get through this ravine will depend on if we end the stream early. Because it might take me 20 minutes to get through this ravine, you never know. I'm gonna go and check, see what's all around here, and go from there. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Honestly, I might just surprise you guys with a stream tonight. I think I might do that. I think I came up with the 4th option. Yep. I am pretty sure I know what the 4th option is going to be, but I'm not going to share what it is. It'll be a surprise for you guys. So the first 3 options will be Silver Ridge Peaks Muleys. The second and fallow. Your second option is going to be Silver Ridge Muleys and wolves. Your third option is going to be wolves and fallow deer. And then your last option is going to be a surprise. Which again, you don't have to vote for the surprise if you don't want to, but I think I'd be okay with that. And guys, again, another reason why I'm not going to be streaming on Scotland anymore is just because it's a boring stream. I know you guys are tired of just seeing me do American Running Simulator instead of actually the Hunter Call of the Wild. So that's another reason too why I've decided not to stream on this map anymore until our multiplayer stream, because I know you guys don't want to see me just running around a map shooting absolutely nothing. So if we do free roam streams from now on, I'll make sure that it's in maps that we're actually going to shoot stuff in. Because I'm just too gun shy on Scotland right now. So until we find the haggis, or until we realize that it's bugged, I don't see a reason for me to stream it anymore. I think it's a very boring stream. I just didn't really feel like doing a grind today, so that's the reason why I didn't stream grinds. That is true, Zero. That's true. Really? Oh. I thought I was looking at something different. Never mind. Honestly, I haven't seen that movie in forever, Zero. I do love that movie, though, and I like the second one, too. But, yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I think that as far as my animated movies are going, I think that my wife and I are planning on watching Zootopia 2 soon, because we liked the first Zootopia, and it just now came to Disney Plus, so I think we're going to be watching that one soon. And, whenever, what is it? Whenever the Super Mario Brothers movie comes out this year, I'll be going and watching it, because I absolutely love Mario, so I'm excited to see the Mario Galaxy movie. And I'm also looking forward to Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, which there still hasn't been a trailer for that, and I'm honestly getting a little bit concerned about that movie, because I figured they'd already start showing it off. It's supposed to be releasing in the summer, but we haven't seen anything on it yet. And then obviously Doomsday at the end of the year, I'll be watching that one. So there's some good movies coming out this year, but the games this year, man, I mean the games. Whew. This is a good year for video gaming this year for me. The Lego Batman game is coming out, and I'm excited to death to play that one. Tomb Raiders, the remake of a Tomb Raider that I never played is coming out, so I'm excited to play that one. Wolverine. So I mean, yeah, I'm excited for this year as far as gaming is concerned. It's a big year for games for me. The Way of the Hunter 2 as well. It looks like Way of the Hunter 2 is probably going to be coming out this year, which I'm excited to death about. Because I will be getting that one. And we will be playing it on the channel. So, whenever Way of the Hunter 2 comes out, I'll definitely be playing it. However, like I said, it depends on how much I enjoy it. Will depend on how much we stream it. Because if the aging process is not any faster, or there isn't an easier way to do that, then it's still gonna be a game I'll enjoy playing. But it's not gonna be a game I'll play like all the time though. I'll probably play it really heavy for initial spawns to see what kind of animals we have on the map for the right off the bat. But once I found all my zones and once I know what animals are all there, at that point it'll really just depend on how much I'm enjoying the game. Yeah, just let go. There we go. You just watched the second one not long ago for the first time? Yeah, the second one's actually really good. Both of those Spies a Chance of Meatballs are really good. I kind of wish that they would do a third one, though. It'd be nice to see a trilogy. And if there is a third one and I don't know about it, then that's just my lack of knowledge. But yeah, it would be cool to see a trilogy of it. Raven Ready or Not is actually a pretty good game. I've never played it, but from what I've seen of it, if you enjoy like if you enjoy like a shooter, sort of kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, but a little bit different, then you would enjoy that game. It's basically you're in a unit going against another team, and it's kind of like a team deathmatch in a way. Like I said, I haven't seen too much on it, but the reviews are really good for it, and there's a lot of people playing it, so I'm sure it's good. I don't have any like actual experience with it, but from the reviews that I've seen and from what from the player count, it seems like it's pretty good. Like I said, the only shooter game I play is Marvel Rivals, but it's mainly from where I'm a Marvel fan, so it's a given I'd play that one. But Rivals is the only Marvel game, the only shooter game I'm playing at the moment. And I meant to clip something the other night, but of course you guys can never believe me because you didn't see it. But for anybody who plays that game, I literally got my very first 8 kill, like 2 nights ago, with Magic. As you guys know, Magic is my favorite character to play in that game. And I ended up getting an ultimate attack that I was able to kill 8 people in a row. Before dying, and that is extremely rare to do because there's 6 people on a team. So the only way you can get like more than 6 kills is if you're able to do the team wipe, which is where you take everybody out, and then the other team decides to res people, bring them back from the dead basically, and then you kill them. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up getting a 6K by myself on point while the rest of the team was trying to get back to me because everybody died but me. So I just ulted and tried to stay alive, and I ended up wiping the entire team on the other side. And then there was a beacon that brought someone else back, and I was able to kill them as soon as I got out of the beacon. And then just when my ultimate ended, I was able to get a normal kill on somebody else that had just made it back to the point. So it was a crazy ultimate that I popped a couple nights ago. And I meant to clip it and put it on the channel, and I totally forgot. Because my wife and I were playing, and we just wanted to get on to the next game. And as soon as we got to the next game, I took a big breath in, and my wife was like, "What is it?" And I said, I meant to clip that, and I totally forgot. And I tried to clip it, but it had already been over 30 minutes, or over an hour rather. It was already it took me an hour to realize that I forgot to clip the clip. And I clipped the last hour of gameplay because that's all you can do on the PS5 is I'm gonna clip the last hour. And it literally had some of the footage in there, but it was like the tail end of the clip. Like you didn't get to see the entire 8 kill. So I decided just to let it go, but it was rough. Alright guys, unfortunately we did get skunked by the Haggis, which was not really surprising to me. I did not expect to kill it today. This will be our final Haggis stream. So we will not see Haggis come back to the game until we decide to do our multiplayer stream at the end of the month, if you guys choose to do so on that. But until then, guys, I hope you all have a great evening. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already to help support the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do not forget about the poll tonight. And then also do not forget that Part 2 of Resident Evil will be releasing at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for anybody who wants to watch that. But either way, guys, hope you all have a good evening. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for some great one grinds. Peace out, everybody. Love y'all for the sport. See you soon.